God when my best friend dies? Where's God in car accidents and all the painful circumstances that we go through on this sinful planet? So I welcome each of you here to the Iowa City SDA Adventist Church. I hope and pray that all of us will be drawn closer to God this morning and will see a deeper, more personal picture of who He is, especially in our pain. That we don't have to hide that pain from God, but we can experience Him in those circumstances. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Brianna Thornton. I'm a doctoral student at the University of Iowa, studying music, working on my Doctor of Musical Arts, Violin Performance, and Pedagogy. This is the 6th state I've lived in, so I don't know where you want to say I'm from. My family is currently in Tennessee. My parents, my sister and her husband, I figured I would go ahead and give you a picture of them since none of you have ever seen them. This was almost a year ago at my younger sister's wedding. My younger sister's Bethany, that's her new husband Daniel, and my parents Ben and Belinda. Like I said, they all live in Tennessee. Some of my dad's family is still in Texas, but that's where I come from. But it's truly a blessing to be a part of such a warm church family here that's welcoming, and I definitely feel like I belong and hope that I can be a blessing to all of you while I'm here. Truly, this is actually the first time that I'm preaching here in the U.S. I've actually participated in evangelism overseas, but have never actually given a worship service sermon here in the U.S. So bear with me. If hopefully you don't react like Yarmin did last night at our Vespers. Yarmin was, when she heard that I was preaching, she was like, "What?" So if you'll bear with me, bear with my musicality, artistry. Well, I'm structuring the sermon time a little differently this morning. I'm going to intersperse some songs between some different devotional thoughts, so thank you for obliging me in that. And hopefully those songs speak to you like they do to me. Try to listen to the lyrics, and that's what's really meaningful to me in Christian song, is really listening to what those words mean to me. And so, like I said, I've picked a couple that are particularly meaningful. If we have time, we'll also do one where we sing together. So we won't have a closing hymn. Like I said, it'll just be like some different songs interspersed with the scripture and devotional thoughts. So, the topic for my sermon this morning comes from experiences I had in 2015 when I was in Thailand. However, it's not about Thailand. That just happens to be where I was when all these things happened. So in 2015, I spent 9 months, that entire school year, as a student missionary with Adventist Frontier Missions in Khon Kaen, Thailand. I was teaching at a music school that they had established as a center of influence to try to reach the Buddhists, to find a connecting entry point to make connections with the people there. Since that country is like 98% Buddhist. I did everything from teaching lessons to organizing board meetings to planning recitals to drafting financial policies for the school to all sorts of that stuff. So that's a picture of me and a couple of the students at the school. And then this is one of the royal palaces in the capital of Thailand, in Bangkok. So just briefly there about Thailand, but to move on to our actual topic today. Like I said, if you'll allow me to just share from my heart this morning some things that were meaningful to me, I hope that they'll be meaningful to you. A couple of the things that I'll quote are from personal things that I wrote, like blogs, reflecting upon my experiences in 2015. So there were things that I wrote back then that I'll share with you this morning. And like I said, I just want us to focus on what God means to us in our pain, when we feel like it just hurts too much, that how God can sit with us in those dark times through that. So if you'll bow your heads to pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, you love each one of us so much. Send your Holy Spirit to me and to every person here. You speak, you touch hearts. May everything that's said and heard be the message that you want and you know is best. And give us a deeper picture of who you are this morning. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. So, I'd like you, there we go. I'd like you to meet someone. His name's Josh. I met him in 2010 at the McDonald Road Seventh-day Adventist Church in Tennessee. We had just recently moved to Tennessee from Nebraska, and was sitting there, and it's like, who's that good-looking guy over there? You know, yeah. We had many similarities in common. We were both mixed ethnicity. He was half Brazilian, I'm half Puerto Rican. We both had recently moved to Tennessee from various states. He was from Montana. Our families both had homes back in our previous states that weren't selling, and neither of us were, rich families. So we kind of needed those houses to sell ASAP. We both had been homeschooled all the way through, and like I said, a fun, positive guy. Seemed like a hard worker. I even put a word in for him at the deli where I was working, and they ended up hiring him as well. But our paths then never really crossed much. We both took some classes at Southern Adventist University. We never saw each other much, if at all. And then, like I said, in 2015, I went to Thailand. I took that year off to be a student missionary, which is a whole other story in of itself, because I was not planning on doing that. That was totally a God thing, the way all that worked out. It's a different story, another time. But in 2015, although I definitely say it was a fantastic year, it was one of the best years of my life, it was definitely an emotionally difficult year. Where I experienced some deeper pains that I hadn't in the past. Just 12 days after I arrived in Thailand, I got the Skype that my uncle had died. It was the first family loss that I could remember that was meaningful to me. Not long after that, I was talking to my parents and was told of some family issues going on that were really rough, and I got angry. Shortly around the same time, and broke up with my quasi-boyfriend at that point. And then in February, I got a text from my sister. I was practicing violin in the only air-conditioned room in the house. It's, like 120 degrees outside. And she's like, do you remember Josh? And I was like, yeah, of course I do. And waiting for her response, and she's like, he died. I was like, what? He's my same exact age. We were born the same year. We were, what's going on? And she was like, we don't know for sure, but it looks like it was suicide. And I reached out to his younger brother, and he confirmed that. So there I was, a couple days later, 1 o'clock in the morning because of the time difference, watching Josh's memorial service alone, sitting on the kitchen floor and just crying my eyes out where, God, it hurts too much. And in that year, sitting with those pains that happened, I got a clear picture of who God was. That in his heart of infinite love, he could also then experience infinite pain. And it's not something we talk about much, but if your heart is open as completely as God is to love, then that means it's as completely vulnerable for the potential of the hugest pain anyone could ever experience. So reflecting on these experiences, I had written in 2015, if you know me, you know I try to live life with a half-full cup. Enjoying dreams of hope, sunrises to awe, mountains to conquer, but then suddenly the glass is removed, and all I see, feel, and hear is the agony of a sin-sick world. When sources of joy become deep sighing and tears, when dreams turn to dread, when warmest friendship turns to coldest rejection, when what was to be treasured is abused, when vibrant life becomes death, when occasions to love end in deepest pain, and my heart floodgates break open to the deluge of human pain